When Cinderace EX was revealed, myself among many others kind of just thought it was a worse Charizard. You can do the big damage, you can do a cool snipe attack, but you're a stage 2 that's tough to get into play, and you have a really wacky energy cost that's just not realistic to get up and rolling. So a lot of people were trying to build Cinderace like Charizard EX, and it wasn't working. But today I found the perfect Cinderace EX list, and it's actually, by building it, the opposite of Charizard EX. I'll explain in a second. This list is really sick. You are going to want to stick around. What is going on, everybody? Hitmonchan here, back again with another Pokemon trading card game online deck tech. Today we're taking a look at our first Stellar Crown deck on PTCGL. This is my brand new take on Cinderace EX. I haven't really seen anybody approach the deck in this way, so I really am excited to show this off. I actually think this is pretty cool and the really interesting way to play a stage 2 deck like Cinderace for a couple of reasons. So if you're looking at the deck list right now, you'll see that we have kind of similar Pokemon that Charizard would play. We have the 4-1-3 line of Scorbunny to Cinderace, the 2-2 line of Pidgeot EX. We have our 1-1-1 Dusknoir line, Radiant Charizard, Rotom, and Fezandipiti for supporters. But if you look at our item cards, you're thinking, okay, you got 4 Buddy-Buddy Poffins, you got your Rare Candies, Nest Balls, Feather Balls, and you're playing PokéStop. Now, I'm going to explain to you why this kind of way to play the deck works. So a lot of people were trying to build Cinderace like you would build Charizard, like I was saying earlier. You're trying to build it like it's a big evolving deck that does a ton of damage at the end of the game, and it's really aggressive by, you know, forcing your opponent to take prize cards with Dusknoir, that kind of thing. It's aggressive in a comeback kind of way. This deck is the opposite. It's an aggro deck through and through. It's aggressive like Miraidon and Raging Bolt are, but it has the benefit of evolving from little Pokemon like Scorbunny and having these massive HP Pokemon EX. And you can be very aggressive with that Flare Strike and with the Garnet Volley in this build, believe it or not. So you can get that snipe when your opponent's not expecting it. You can consistently Flare Strike turn after turn after turn, and it really is just, I think, a very strong way to play this deck. So the whole idea is you play this stage 2 deck like it's an aggro deck. So we use PokéStop to find all of our items to set up. We're going to be using Mela to consistently put fire energy back on the Cinderace and power it up with one turn, thanks to the double turbo energy. And then we can also use Crispin in here. We have 1 Crispin as well as 1 fighting energy, so we can very consistently use Garnet Volley with the help of our Sparkling Crystal A-Spec, which is just a really strong card to have in a deck like this. We're playing some Pokegears. We got a Pal Pad, we got Briar to help us get those extra prize cards because we are a Terra deck, and that's kind of the list. The list is very centralized on using PokéStop to mill your Pokemon. We can also use Night Stretcher to get them right back, so that's another really cool thing you can do in this deck. And you kind of play like Charizard, but instead of forcing your opponent to take prizes so you can do more damage, you just come out swinging and you're immediately doing a lot of damage. So if you're struggling against those big basic decks with anything, or you're even struggling against like Terrapagos and stuff, this is the deck for you because you can kind of just punch right through them and you can snipe them when they're least expecting it, snipe their support Pokemon with Garnet Volley. A lot of this deck's success comes from the element of surprise. No one expects Cinderace EX to work, but this deck works surprisingly well. Before we hop into the games, the last thing I want to touch on here is the Feather Ball. So the Feather Ball lets you search for a Pokemon without a retreat cost, put it right into your hand. Luckily for us, Pidgeot and Cinderace both have 0 retreat. Now the reason that this actually works is kind of like because of Feather Ball, that this whole PokéStop idea works, because if it was something like Charizard, you need to use Ultra Ball, and Ultra Ball forces you to discard 2 cards from your hand so you can find your Pokemon. Well, PokéStop letting you just get a Feather Ball, you can mill a Feather Ball and a Rare Candy, boom, that's your Pidgeot, or that's your Cinderace, just from getting 2 cards. If it was an Ultra Ball that you would get, you'd also need to discard another 2 cards to pull off that combo. So we're just very aggressive with our draw with Fezandipiti. No really other support Pokemon, no Lumineon, no Bibarel, nothing like that. You're just drawing. We have Dusknoir in here to fix some math and force our opponent onto even prizes, kind of like Charizard does. But we literally just want to come out swinging with Flare Strike every single turn and a clutch Garnet Volley whenever we need it. So I'm going to hop right into the games. I bet you're begging to see how this deck works. Let's just get right to it. Get some dubs with Cinderace EX. Just wanted to give a quick thank you to the lovely sponsors of the Hitmonchan channel. If you need codes, you know where to go. Head over to ptcglstore.com and use code code Hitmon to get 5% off your order. And be sure to check out Pokemon.gg, the best Pokemon card tracker and deck builder there is. Join Pokemon.gg by clicking the link below and use code Hitmon to get a free month of pro membership. Hitmonchanting playmats are finally here. Head on over to hitmonchanting.com to pick yours up today. Thank you to my sponsors for supporting the channel, and thanks to you for supporting me too. And now, let's get right back into the video. Alright, Tails never fails. With this coin flip here, we're going to flip that coin and it's going to be heads. So Tails has failed me once again, obviously, and our opponent's going to choose to go whatever they choose to do here. Going first, this deck doesn't mind doing it because you can just spam your item cards and then kind of evolve into your Cinderace really easily just from the sheer amount. Our opponent's going to go first though, which we don't necessarily mind, though it's not the best. This hand would have been like mid if we started with the basic. I mean, the Nest Ball solid, the PokéStop solid, so can't really complain too much about that. We're gonna mulligan only once. This is a hand that I'm actually more content to have. Starting the Rotom sucks a little, but the Buddy-Buddy Poffin will definitely ensure that we get some decent Pokemon out. Our opponent's gonna start with Pidgey and Alakazam, which to me signals this is a Dragapult EX deck, which we hopefully shouldn't have that much of a problem with, given the fact they started the Alakazam. Maybe they did it on purpose, I'm not sure. But then again, you know, we're just going to wait and see. They've got the double Dreepy and that's all. So we should be kind of gaming here. I'll Buddy-Buddy for 2 Scorbunny, and they'll just switch into one. Doesn't matter which. And now we just instant charge. So if we get, like, if we got ourselves a Pidgey, that would have been good. We just didn't have the means to, unfortunately. If they somehow can string a KO together this turn, then, you know, pop off, King. Do your thing. Rescue board, they can rescue board, attach. They can do 70, like, theoretically they can do 70 damage. But they're just gonna Iono. That's fine. I like having 2 Feather Ball and a Rare Candy go to the bottom isn't great, but this hand is actually like pretty substantially worse. Yeah, it's pretty worse for sure. Not foreseeing them having a KO. They don't have any Rotom draw, so that's good news for us. We might literally just have to PokéStop and pray here, which I'm not the biggest fan of doing right now. But it looks like they're still in a little bit of a tough spot. We get a Nest Ball, which I am content with. So I will Nest Ball, and I do want to grab a Pidgey here. I'm a little scared, but at the same time, not that scared. We'll just PokéStop. PokéStop will go ahead and get rid of course, 2 supporters, because it's always the stuff you don't need. We can also get, you know what, we're going to get a double Pidgey. I've learned from my mistakes playing against this deck. I'm not suspecting to get an attack next turn, so I will just attach and instant charge. Hopefully we can get not all energy again. My wish has been granted. That's pretty solid, but we got to find Feather Balls from the PokéStop. We find Feather Ball from PokéStop, we should be gaming. Their PokéStops can get them a Rare Candy, which could have been one piece of the puzzle that would help them. So, and it looks like it was, so I'm not happy about that. PokéStop has been painful. It's been painful to me. But you know what? That's okay. They're going to attach the Alakazam, so it can be retreated. They can quick search, which they might find an Iono here. I can definitely see that happening. Because we have a pretty sizable hand now. We got the 7-card hand. Again, our hand's not great, so I don't even mind if they Iono us. Then we just PokéStop. Hopefully get more cards. Potentially can find ourselves a Forest Seal Stone. And then go from there. I also wanted to attach the fire and not the fighting. So if our Scorbunny does get knocked out here, Mela can come through and fill our hand. Then we Fez, fill our hand more. Hopefully get the Rare Candy Pidgeot, Rare Candy Scorbunny combo. And then we're chilling from there. But right now, our opponent's going to get a Dracloak down. So they're going to start getting some things happening. And it's very possible for us to find our Crystal and start use a Garnet Volley next turn, which would be really clutch in getting rid of this Dracloak here, which could make it a lot harder for my opponent to actually do stuff. Or I actually like the idea, oh, you're going to boss my Rotom? That's not very nice of you. That's not very nice at all. And then they're going to pass. Luckily, we have a Switch in our hand. We get a Defiance Band, which is not fantastic right now, so I will just opt to Buddy-Buddy, get a Duskull, and now it's a PokéStop angle. Please do not get rid of my crucial tools. Like, how are the PokéStops so bad? I don't understand. Thankfully, the Pidgeot is, like, low-key pretty good to get off that PokéStop. Night Stretcher can bring it back. Now we can Rare Candy into the Pidgeot. And that can... Yo, this might actually be really solid if we have an Arven in the deck. Because we can quick search for Arven. Arven can get us Forest Seal and Candy. And then we can get... We're still a little bit off. That's the issue. So, I do like the idea of getting this Arven. I do like that idea indeed. But we'll Arven here. I do like the what's it called? The Feather Forest Seal idea. So at least we can just go right into a Cinderace. I do like that. I do like that for sure. Yeah, let's do that. Let's Feather the Cinderace. We'll Forest Seal. We can even switch back into the Pidgey, which I actually don't mind that either. We'll Star Alchemy. Get ourselves that other Rare Candy. And we'll prep that Cinderace, so he's getting ready to go. Our opponent, like, I know we're just manually attaching slowly, but our opponent's not really going to be able to do too much to combat this, so we'll switch into Pidgey, and then we'll just go for an instant charge, get some more cards going. This is pretty solid. We need to find the Crystal, which we can guarantee with the Pidgeot, and then we can attach this Double Turbo, retreat this Pidgey if we need to, and then boom, go from there. I'm a little worried about a potential Rare Candy Dusknoir play KOing the Cinderace. That would be really, really bad. But again, it's not the end of the world. I think I would like to go ahead and use a... Okay, they're going into Dracloak here. They definitely have a Dragapult. Do they have, like, the Energy Sparkling Crystal, or the Neo Upper, or the... like, if they just Jet Headbutt the Pidgey? Do they have any of those combo pieces? That's the question. The good thing here is that we just need to find one more energy, then we can Defiance Band Flare Strike, just blow up that Dragapult, which will be really, really good. This Arven here will reveal their ace spec of choice. I'm guessing it's Sparkling Crystal. That seems pretty likely. And if they take a KO, we can hopefully get an energy with the PokéStop and then Briar. They're getting Devo. Oh, if they Devo me, I'm gonna be so sad. No, please don't Devo me. Don't be cringe like that. Oh, that would suck. Okay, they're not Devoing me. They're Sparkling Crystaling me. I literally much rather that. Attach, you find your Dragapult, and then you're chilling. Unless they meant to attach the Devo. A Devo play here literally would be devastating to me. That I can't deny. That would be really rough. No, okay, they have the Ultra Ball. Yeah, they're just going to opt to get rid of this Duskull for sure. They're just ditching the Devo. So they've got their game plan. They're not expecting the Defiance Band play, I don't think. Because who would, right? The Defiance Band doesn't even KO them. That's a little stinky. It's a little stinky. Defiance Band doesn't even KO them. Rare Candy Dusknoir. Okay, what's the play here? I can imagine that Dusknoir's getting popped here. Like, I can imagine that for sure. Where is it getting popped is the question. I could see it getting, like, hitting the Scorbunny for sure. And then if it hits that Scorbunny, they can take a 3-prize turn, which would be a bit rough for us. No, they're going on the Cinderace. Is Counter Catcher the last card in their hand? I'd actually be so sad if Counter Catcher's the last card in their hand. Iono's not a bad pull. PokéStop. That's crazy. That's so crazy. Nah, they did not deserve that. They did not deserve that. That is insanity. You're getting thumbs down for that. I'm sorry. That is insanity. I refuse to believe that. That is terrible. I refuse to believe that. Wow. That is crazy. I refuse to believe. I refuse to believe that. That's terrible. That's so bad. Okay. Well, we can potentially still get a KO here. Feather Ball does allow for that to happen. We should have another rare candy in the deck. So I'll just Feather Ball and I'll grab the Cinderace. Just double check we have the rare candy. We do have the rare candy. That is actually crazy. I genuinely cannot believe that. Genuinely, I cannot. I'm genuinely, I'm out of words. I'm out of words. Okay, Mela. Not going to draw anything. We don't have enough to get rid of, to need to draw, to be able to draw. Here we're going to be doing 290. It would be pretty solid if we had the means to counter catch the Pidgeot. But now I'm fine to just Flare Strike here. And just have to do it again next turn. But our hand is so bad. Actually, no. We can't even use the... We can use Pidgeot EX next turn, so I don't mind using Defiance Band right now. To do Flare Strike for 290. Yeah, that's fine. Flare Strike for 290. We can use Pidgeot and get rid of our PokéStop. Because it's been helping them way more than it's been helping us here. I genuinely cannot believe that they got that, what's it called? They just literally just need boss to win. That is so crazy. That PokéStop counter catcher just won them the game. 100%. Like, there's no way they also just have boss in deck, right? Like, they can't do that, bro. Please, they can't do that to me. I refuse. I genuinely refuse for that to happen. Because there's no way. There's no chance. Because they just boss Rotom and then get rid of me with the Pidgey. Oh man, there's no chance. If it's bossing, it'd be so sad. Okay, it's Dracloak. Phew. Phew. Just getting worried for no reason. This game, believe it or not, we can still come back from this. we genuinely can still come back from this game. The problem is we had to burn both our switches, so we can't like switch, go counter catcher Pidgeot, KO that, and save the Dragapult. So that's fine. If they don't get an attachment on this Dracloak here, though, okay, they do. Then I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. We literally can just Iono them to 2. KO this Dragapult, and then they have to find energy plus thing. Energy plus Dragapult to win. So I don't mind that. I actually don't mind that at all. Another thing we could have done is Briar them here, but our Cinderace can't Flare Strike. So that's a bit out of the question. Do get Counter Catcher, but unfortunately no Flare Strike is available. So we will just go into the Pidgeot. Then it's just going to be an Iono play. It'll be first Iono, then we'll PokéStop, then we will Quick Search. I think that's a solid play. The Sparkling Crystal. Yeah, let's go for this PokéStop right now. That gets us a pretty solid hand. Let's Buddy-Buddy Poffin, which won't get us anything because they're all in the discard pile. So Nest Ball is a bit futile as well. But we can Night Stretcher for Scorbunny. It's going to have to be, I think. Yeah, definitely a Scorbunny angle. Do we have any more rare candies left, though? We technically should. So I will get the Scorbunny. We can also Quick Search just to confirm. The Quick Search, we don't have a rare candy just yet. But I think I'll still like Feather Ball and get myself... Or I can Pal Pad. I don't mind the idea of going for a Pal Pad here, actually. Pal Pad's pretty fire in order to put back... I can put back Iono, and Mela's pretty solid, actually. Put those back. I'll drop the Sparkling Crystal right now. I can Nest Ball and get Fez. Oh no, Fez is discarded, never mind. So the Nest Ball doesn't do anything. But this is fine because we can Bless 3 Wind, 100 gets rid of it, and we get rid of the PokéStop here. So they can see some cards. The card that they need to win is they need Energy Boss. What's it called? Thankfully we get the rare candy. Okay. We can potentially win next turn. If the cards fall in our favor, we can win. We just need to be able to get Briar, or their leading Dracloak. They definitely just have it in hand. Ugh. Ooh. This is bad. This is rough. They just have Dragapult energy in hand, and then they just quick search for boss. Maybe they didn't mean to lead the Dragapult, but I definitely didn't want to leave them that PokéStop in play, because they can very easily find another Ultra Ball, and that almost just guarantees us the game loss. But we can come back from this scenario. We literally just need to get either quick search, or we can also find Night Stretcher. I think we have one left in the deck. Or if we get PokéStop off the top, or we quick search for PokéStop or something. Here's an Arven from them. The Arven can grab Ultra Ball and Seal Stone. Do they have a V in hand? There's the Fire Energy. Recon Directive. It's got to be the Lumineon or the boss or whatever. Night Stretcher. What's Night Stretcher get you? Dragapult. Or Rotom. This is so scary because I believe we can win next turn. I believe we can win next turn. There's a Dragapult. If they just Ultra Ball for Lumineon, I'll be pretty sad. Or if they just Phantom Dive here. Painful Spoons, like I can imagine, yeah, you'll take out the Scorbunny. 100%. Okay, so I don't think they have the game then. Okay, just a Phantom Dive. We can win here. We very well can win here. It's not going to be easy. It's just not going to be easy to do. But we can win here. Oh no, we can't anymore because they're at 1 prize remaining. Oh no, no. No, we can't win anymore. Oh, okay. Quick search. Yeah, we can't even play the Briar. That sucks. Oh, we were almost there. We were almost there. Yeah, there's no way we can come back from this scenario now. Yeah, the Pokestops have just not been in our favor. That's a GG. That was close though. I won't lie. That we were getting there. I forgot if they didn't take a KO, there was the possibility we could win. Our Pokestop literally just got nothing to help us, but again, there's always a potential. GG. I'm just saying, I think that our opponent won just because they got a good draw. Just saying. Opponent has decided that we are going to go first here, and I'm hoping that our hand is pretty decent. I'm glad that we have to mulligan that hand away because it was a little bit rough. This hand also is getting mulliganed away. Looks like we're up against Control. Yippee. Hopefully I don't start Rotom. Okay, we start Scorbunny, which is decent in and of itself. We'll have to see what happens here, because it's block 100%. But there is a world where we can just win. There is a world. So, like, okay, we'll Feather Ball here. Get a Pidgeot. And we'll get a Cinderace. Okay. I think technically I should put the Pidgey down, right? Or I could even put the... No, I should put the Pidgey down, because then I can Rare Candy Pidgey. Arven can get me Candy Cinderace. Just to cover my bases, I'll put the Pidgey down. No, pass. Yeah, like, it's technically possible if we top deck. If they don't get anything and we top deck a double turbo, we can just win the game on the spot. So this will be interesting. This will be interesting. This will be interesting. Handheld Fan, okay. There's a couple cards here that can help. There's a couple cards that can help here. Cornerstone Ogerpon doesn't affect our Cinderace. Pokegear, what are you getting? Please don't let it be airy. Please don't let it be airy. Misfortune Sisters, thin my deck, please. Missed energy on the Pidgeot, don't matter. Going into Cornerstone Ogerpon, don't matter. Still getting smacked. You're still getting smacked, bro. Misfortune, what did you mill? Please no rare candies. Was it 2 rare candies? It was a rare candy, and that's bad. Okay, Vanishing Wings, Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon. Alright, this is the moment of truth. What's the top deck? Rare Candy, we just win. That's hilarious. We actually just win. Oh, you're screwed. You're so screwed. You're so screwed. Get absolutely cooked. We don't even need to use Arven. Get cooked. Get cooked, control player. Yeah. Double turbo energy. Right? Ability. Cinderace don't got an ability. You know what we do have? We got Flare Strike. 260 damage. Goodbye. Yeah, move that double turbo to my Pidgeot. Move it. You just got destroyed by Jank. How do you feel? And the fact that they literally milled a Rare Candy off the top of the deck was hilarious. That was so funny. We actually did just have it with the Arven in hand. I didn't even realize because we had that Rare Candy. What did you think of my Cinderace EX deck? This is a really fun deck to play. I think the idea itself has legs. I think that you can definitely make some cool stuff happen with this deck. I do think it needs a little bit of work though. Cinderace not reaching that crucial 330 number is really tough because, like I was explaining at the beginning of the video, it puts it into that tier of it being a what's it called? Of it being an aggro deck. So it's like Raging Bolt, it's like Miraidon, where it can take effective KOs on the 2 prizers, but when it comes to those big 3 prizers, I guess Raging Bolt's the exception, but I'm talking about like Terrapagos, all that kind of thing, then it can't actually get to those big numbers, which is where the deck really falls behind here. And it needs a lot to function. Like, we have the Dusclops line, we have a lot going on, but other decks like Charizard that don't have to worry about the energy, they can just play a lot more, put a lot more into it. So, like, and they can put a lot more techie cards in to make things work. I think I want to increase the Duskull line. I want to get rid of the Defiance Band in here. But the rest of the deck, it's pretty good. I'm going to lab it a little bit more. I do think the idea is very sound. I think you can actually make some really cool stuff happen here. But other than that, I just want to say thank you all so much for watching. Like if you enjoyed, and comment down below what do you think of my fire new Cinderace concept. Subscribe to the channel, posting multiple Pokemon trading card game videos every single weekend with all that's said and done. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, Hitmonchanning out.